So as we all know, Alex Pereira defeated Khalil Roundtree and had yet again another great title performance. Alex Pereira seems like an animal, but who can beat Alex Pereira? That's what we're going to take a look at today. I want to bring you over to the UFC rankings and talk about any potential opponents for Alex Pereira. Seems like it's going to be the winner of Ankalaev versus Rakic, but as always, we're going to take a look at the matchups. I'm going to give a brief prediction to him, and as always, I would love to know what you think down below afterwards. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with many YouTube channels. Guys, let's take a look at the UFC rankings over here with Alex Pereira. You know what I'll start with? Because Dricus Du Plessis has mentioned moving up, but Alex Pereira kind of did shut down that fight. For the sake of argument, I think that's where Dricus Du Plessis would meet his end, but then again, how many times have we said something like that about Dricus Du Plessis in one of his fights, and he comes in, looks goofy, gets the dub. But anyways, let's talk about some matchups that might actually happen. Of course, the Yuri Prochazka fight probably will never happen again, but Magomed Ankalaev seems to be the next contender. I actually do believe that Alexander Rakic beats him, but if these two were to match up, who do I think is going to win? It all depends, in my opinion, if Magomed Ankalaev actually does go striking, like he says that he's going to do, because he even posted again, "I will strike." I think that's ridiculous. I don't know if he's just saying that, but Magomed Ankalaev I could also see being dumb enough to strike with Alex Pereira. It'll never make sense to me. Like, it was so refreshing watching Joaquin Buckley against Wonderboy Thompson. And even when he was being asked about it, he's like, why would I strike with him? I'm going to wrestle him. It's very, very nice to see and refreshing from an MMA fighter. I get that people have to worry about being cut right now, but just be an exciting grappler. Just do a little bit of ground and pound, you know? So, if Magomed Ankalaev stands up with Alex Pereira, he certainly can win. Ankalaev definitely has power, and Alex Pereira does get rocked in his fights here and there. So, the path to victory is present for Magomed Ankalaev, but I would absolutely pick Alex Pereira to pick Magomed Ankalaev apart. The problem is, Alex Pereira's ground game still hasn't been seriously tested. Now, a rematch with Jamal Hill, I think, would go exactly like the first time. I think Pereira is just a better striker than Hill. Hill doesn't bring anything that Pereira hasn't seen, and Pereira would just clip him again. Jan Blachowicz is a very interesting matchup. I don't know how old Jan Blachowicz is right now. Let me take a look over here. He is... Can we see? Can we see? We cannot see for some reason. Okay, we're just gonna... I'll just look it up. Jan Blachowicz, and he is 41 years old. That's a huge problem, in my opinion. So, Jan Blachowicz being 41 years old, I don't like his chances against Alex Pereira, but you can get away with fighting at 41 years old in the light heavyweight division. I just think that he'll be slower. A prime Jan Blachowicz would give Pereira some serious issues. I really do believe that, but if Jan Blachowicz ever rematched Alex Pereira, and I know how their first fight went, I think Alex Pereira, it only got more comfortable at the weight class. He's only feeling better, and he's going to pick Jan Blachowicz apart. Here's where you guys, and I'm ready for the comments on this one. I'm ready for the comments. Rakic is the guy to beat him. I think Rakic is going to beat Ankalaev. Yes, Rakic could get chinned, but he brings the ground game. He brings the pressure. He brings the war, the technical war, not like one that Yuri Prochazka brings, enough that he can actually probably put Alex Pereira to sleep. I would pick Alexander Rakic to beat Alex Pereira, and the day that Alex Pereira gets chinned is coming. I know what happened with Israel Adesanya, but he does get hit, and he does get visibly rocked in his fights. I think that Rakic could really make Alex Pereira think. I think he'd actually work in the ground game, and I think he brings a unique pressure that Alex Pereira hasn't yet seen within the UFC. I think Rakic is the guy to beat Alex Pereira. Volkan Oezdemir, I could weirdly see actually doing well against him too, going in there and kind of making things a little bit dirty, but I would pick Pereira over Oezdemir. Krylov, I don't know if we're ever going to see that fight round, but then again, we did just see Roundtree. Krylov, he could bring the ground game into it, but even then, like, there's too many questions on that one in the state of his career. Johnny Walker would get chinned ridiculously. Olberg making his way up the division would be an interesting one, because he is also a like really, really massive force when it comes to kickboxing. So he actually could, and of course, he could always get fraud checked, although I don't believe he will end up getting fraud checked. I think that Carlos Olberg is the real deal. I could see him actually giving Alex Pereira some issues. I don't know who I would pick with that one. Azamat Mizrakanov, you know what? The chance is actually there. And Anthony Smith, guys, okay, listen to me. Anthony Smith is the guy to beat Alex Pereira. On paper, Anthony Smith is better everywhere. All you have to do is take away the kickboxing of Alex Pereira, and what really does he have? Then Anthony Smith could probably beat Alex Pereira if you just take away Alex Pereira's kickboxing. In case anybody's watching this video and thinks otherwise, I don't know why you would, but I'm completely joking. Dominic Reyes would get chinned. Bogdan Guskov would get chinned. Alonzo Manafield would get chinned. So actually, guys, the fighters that I believe have a chance against him are Ankalaev, Blachowicz, and Ozdemir and Olberg. The guy that I legitimately think would beat Alex Pereira is Alexander Rakic. I was looking for where he was in the rankings, but I actually do like that matchup for him. Alex Pereira is also getting older. That's important to note. I just think that I don't think his title reign is going to be as dominant as some people think it might be. And even if Dricus du Plessis ever actually decides to go up into the division, let's say he like cleans up Sean Strickland, then he wants to move up, got a lot of title defenses, maybe he beats Robert Whittaker, then I could weirdly see Dricus du Plessis, like he shouldn't win the fight, but what fights should Dricus du Plessis win? So the possibility of him beating Alex Pereira is absolutely there too. But guys, as always, I would love to know what you think about all of these matchups down below. Thank you so much for being here and watching the video. Why don't you check out this video on screen right now? YouTube thinks you'll like it the best. I appreciate you being here. Take care, everybody.